Right, hello. Seeing as I can't paint much at the moment because my ankle is messed up, I thought I'd unbox my latest figure that just came through. It's from Fate Stay Night, I believe. It's from E2046. It's a GK figure. We'll just take a look in the box. These usually come in a outer brown box with some plastic holding it in place, so it's fairly secure. Open it up. And we've got the ID decals. They have several series of figures. This is a anti-hero, it's called, and they generally come with the ID decals. And open the box, you get the amount of parts and instructions for how to do the decals. Sometimes they will come with instructions for how to put the figure together. This one does not. Now we'll take a look. Get a photograph of what the figure should look like and colour scheme once it's all built and painted up. Very well packaged bubble wrap. And E2046 has started doing their figures in white resin, which is quite nice. It's a little better than they used to do yellow. Some of their older figures are still in the yellowish resin. This stuff seems a better quality, it's easier to work. See that? Oh, my angles are a bit, for checking the recording, are a bit off, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that very well. So they always come in these sort of bags where little parts are sectioned off. And the delicate pieces are also bubble wrapped inside the bag, just to keep them safe. Got some hair pieces there. Longer pieces, such as the staff on here, sword blades and so on, are usually put on a piece of cardboard to keep them from bending. You can see the blade for the lance that she has in the haft, which looks fairly straight. And there the arms and hands. There. And we have the main body. I'll get some of these out in a minute so I can show you the detail a bit better without the bags. And a big mass of hair. Again, it's in bubble wrap to protect the parts. If you've never had a broken part in one of these kits, they are also well packed. Now let's get one of these out. Take the main body out. And you see it's quite well detailed. The casting's quite crisp. The only thing I sometimes have a problem with is where they put the paw tabs. It can be a bit of a pain to remove and clean up that area. I've had a few times where it's been straight over some detail, but that's few and far between. But it is something to generally be aware of. Resin's quite nice and well cast. Not seeing a lot of mould release, although they will need a good clean in some washing up liquid, more mortar, to remove that. Yeah, it looks really nice. So I'm just doing this as a, like I said, I can't do any painting, and I get a few questions on these kits, so I just thought I'd show what they're like when you get them through the post. As you can see, there's very little flash. Well, on this piece there's none. There's a bit on the pour tab, but there's a peg there, so this section will get cut off for it to fit into the body. One thing to be aware of is when you're working with this stuff, with this resin, or all resin really, is to wear a mask while you're cutting and sanding. You don't want to be breathing in the dust, so just be aware, be careful. It's not worth getting sick over. If you're taking the chance that it'll be fine, you might as well just like buy a cheap dust mask, and better safe than sorry. But yeah, the casting is very good. Still a little flash in between the fingers, but nothing major. Now this is I believe it's the first run, so if you can, generally get the first run if you can. They tend to be the molds are better, as they'll deteriorate over time. So some of the detail on later issues of these kits, later runs, may have some soft detail, but this one is pretty damn good. And just an initial look, I see a lot of masking in my future. But yeah, I thought people might like to see what you get in the box when you order one of these figures from E2046. That's it. Thanks very much.